guys, it's Deez. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you saw my last few videos, you know that I recently got a few products, and I'm going to test them out for you guys. I'm just going to, I'm definitely going to use this purple lipstick, that's for sure. But I'm going to use all these, I'm going to use as many of these new products as I can. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think we're going to stick with that. Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is plenty. Yes, okay, perfect. And now that I don't have to use my tiny CoverGirl mirror anymore. I have the option to use. Where's my blush palette? I don't understand. I mean, where's? Oh no. Okay, this is. It's in the other room, but I don't need it. I mean, I don't need my other contouring palette because I have this contouring palette. That's what I was looking for. But no, I was looking for one with a big mirror like this one, and just because it's the shape and the the styling of the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, the Kilowatt brand. Kilowatt edition of Chillz. It's actually one of her newer highlighters or whatever, but I just love the shape of the mirror so much that I might use this one. I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. But for foundation, I'm going to use a color from this concealer palette, for sure. I'm going to use this shade right here, and if you really look in the light, and since I have actual YouTuber lighting set up for once, you can actually see the consistency. It's like a buttery gel finish is the only way that I can describe it. You can also see my chipped nails and stuff. They were actually pretty a couple days or 48 hours ago, but that's beside the point. I don't really paint my nails very often, so this is actually pretty good for me. But yeah, so I'm going to use this color for foundation, and then I'm going to use these two colors for contouring. I believe so. Let me see. Let me look at my skin. That's too light for my. I could use. Which one's darker? Those two are about the same. This is blush, but it doesn't matter. This one's a little bit lighter, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with this one. I'm gonna use this brush. I like to wet it. I like to always wet my brushes first. I'm going to use my drugstore brush before I use my Big Daddy brushes, as I like to call them. Listen. I got it sopping wet. Okay, cool. And it's gel, so it's going to apply really, really well. And I've never used this as foundation before, but I'm sure it's going to work like a charm. Because I've already used it for concealer and foundation already. I forgot to tell you guys. That's why there's so much missing from this side. I use this shade for concealer. For concealer. And not foundation, but concealer. Okay. Let's see what happens. Like I said, this is just like a Walgreens or CVS brush. But let's go in. Let me step back. Now that I have professional lighting, I'm going to have to be right next to the camera. Yes, I'm wearing my Krusty the Clown shirt, which I wear this shirt and my vintage 80s Old Navy sweatshirt whenever I'm doing makeup, because I already have makeup stains all over them. So if I stain them, it's okay. I don't want to ruin my good clothes. Okay, and I know my hair is in that weird awkward stage. I cannot decide what to do with it. I have like these side pieces down and stuff because my bangs are at that awkward stage where they have to kind of be up, because if they're down, it's like I'm a scene kid, and I'm listening to Breathe Carolina in like 2006, which I stand for Breathe Carolina, but I mean, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's go in on that forehead. I'm just gonna dab on all my problem areas first, like I typically do. And since I have a huge e.l.f. compact, I'm going to use that. I'm so glad I set up the lighting. This is like 100 times easier, maybe even 1,000 times easier. I left my mascara on because it did such a beautiful job. That's the only thing I didn't wash off for this look. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna get all of the excess off of this brush. Then I'm gonna switch to my Big Daddy Ego Tools brush, because it works better. Never forget to also do your ears and beat that hairline, because if you don't, you have that odd white or paler or darker line, depending on your skin tone, that nobody wants. Okay, get all the excess off. I believe I've done so. I think once I buff it, because this stuff is gel and it hasn't even set yet, and it takes a minute to dry, honestly, which I really appreciate. But I'm gonna use my Big Daddy Eco-Tools brush now. This one right here, and I just cleaned it recently. It just has some blush stains on it. You know, you can use it on all day long, but you're not gonna get the stains off of it. Okay. I almost went in with blush. That'll be my no, I think I'm gonna do lip second actually. But okay, because then we're gonna coordinate blush based on my lips and the mood and everything like that, and the eyes. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm wearing my falsies today. It's not just the mascara. Okay, this brush is great because if you kind of angle it like this, like you push the bristles together, you can really kind of like you know, it's a contour palette. I mean, obviously in a concealer palette. I mean, you can use it as contouring too because of the, you know, the green shades and everything. But okay, yeah. There's so many compacts to choose from. No, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, which one do I pick? All right. I think I have a bristle hair on my face, or one of my own. Something itches. No, it's just my own hair. Okay, let's go in now and buff. Okay, yeah, that scar on my nose from the nail polish incident, she's gone. Okay, now that I got the excess off the tips, let's really go in. I do not want to mess up my gorgeous lashes that I applied with mascara as opposed to lash glue because I misplaced it. Or I couldn't find any at Target. And I forgot to look at Sephora. God, I should have looked at Sephora like the other night or yesterday. Look at that. I mean, it's like it concealed me and it worked as foundation all in one step. Let me see if there's any places that are blotchy or anything. Yeah, let me make sure I get underneath those eyes. I am prone to naturally I'm prone to under eye bags, regardless of my sleep schedule, which is not great and is not regular and is not routine by any means. But I've always been prone to them even before my sleep schedule, like even as a small child. And since I have facial, I like to do. This is about as long as I let my facial hair get whenever I'm doing my makeup. You really do have to have a brush like this with the bristles that'll really get in there and really work in there and really get close to get in between all those follicles is what I'm trying to say. Or it's going to look odd, like there's going to be like patchy spots between your facial hairline and the line where you don't have facial hair in your face, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's get that hairline for sure, those ears for sure. I'm paranoid about that hairline, guys. In between those eyebrows. Looking snatched already with the first step. There's still, like, as you guys can see, there's still just a little bit. It's gel, so you can just kind of listen. You can just, it just slides. It's not smooth. It's like it applies. The only way I can describe it is like butter. It's like shea butter or like some kind of potato, like essential oils. It is so smooth. Like I'm sure you can see. Look at my skin. Look at the sheen to it. And it's not even foundation. Like, I love being able to use products for like 2-in-1 type of things or 3-in-1 type of things. And this elf palette I can use for eyeshadow, for contouring, for apparently foundation even. But I'm pretty sure I forgot to do my eyebrows like that too, because people tend to also forget to do that. But okay, yep. She's got some bass. She's all about that bass, no trouble. Okay. God, the lighting, I can finally see. Look at those lashes. Tarantulas much? I know. Okay, so, what's the next step? Yep, I said lips. So, I'm going to be true to my word. And I don't have to use look at that. And I swatched it earlier. There's not even, there's like one fingerprint. But like I did a pretty good swatch if you guys watched my previous video to this one. But okay, let's see. I'm just gonna use my I'll use my compact mirror. It took me that long. Like as soon as I picked it up, I remembered compact mirror. After I really have to work it in there and stuff. But the lighting's so good, I might not even have to. And purples, a lot of times, like purple, like everybody that's familiar with makeup, like if you're familiar with makeup at all, you're aware that purples are the hardest color to find consistency within the entire beauty industry. Jeffree Star has even said so, and he is the epitome of all things beauty. I don't say that lightly. I mean, I genuinely mean that. He absolutely is. Saying he's an inspiration would be the understatement of the century. Saying he's the reason I'm on YouTube would also be the understatement of the century. Okay, compact time. Just to perfect it. I haven't used a wax or non-liquid or matte. But this is matte, but it's I just haven't used a lipstick of this style, if that makes sense. I've just used like this kind, you know, this kind of liquid, or you know, this kind of liquid, or this kind of lip gloss, or this kind of liquid. You know what I mean? Like and like this one is the only one that I got that's actual lipstick. It's not, you know, a matte finish. This is lipstick. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's kind of like a weird catch-22 that I'm like, huh, what? I know, but okay. Oh yeah, I have lighting. Very inexpensive lighting, mind you. Which is definitely okay with me. Joe's also getting over a cold. That was him coughing in the background. He also hurt his wrist at work, and I feel so bad. Like I said with purple, the application, you might have to apply just a little bit more, but I'm really impressed. The color on the tube does not do it justice whatsoever, and it really complements my foundation, aka concealer. I mean, yeah, concealer, right? It's not, yeah, contouring / concealer, it's both, so, like I said, it's like a 4-in-1 product. I like to overline just a tiny, tiny bit. To, you know, just so that, like, someone with the untrained eye, you know, would never be able to tell. But no, those aren't my natural lips. It's just the power of makeup, you guys. Since I want to use my Fenty, compact next, let's close up my LAC or LAC, or Lake, or I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but the shade is Entice, by the way. I forgot to mention that beforehand. I mentioned it in my previous video, though I believe. Yeah, and this is just called the e.l.f. Blush Palette. I believe it was light blush, or creamy light blush, I don't remember. Wait, the package is right here. I forgot. No, yeah, this is it. Blush Palette Light, I was right. So if you're interested in that product, and you like the look that I had whenever I did my follow me around video or whatever at the dollar store earlier, or yesterday, since it's after midnight now here in Texas, yeah, it's awesome. Like, it says, this beautiful blush palette holds four gorgeous shades to mix and match, excuse me, for custom color throughout the year. Includes a mixture of complementary matte and shimmery finishes, which it absolutely does. Great for contouring, shading, sculpting, and highlighting. Like I said, it's a, how many things is that? Contouring, good, yeah. Like I said, I read it, but I didn't remember, it wasn't fresh in my brain enough to know that it was actually four products in one, but it is. And I mean, I could probably even do more things than that. I could probably, like, I even used it for foundation, so yeah, it's 5 things in one, it really is. I stand by this product. I absolutely love it. I'll buy it again. And as you can see, I understand why this one was $4.95, you know what I mean? It was the cheapest one, because it takes a lot, especially if you use Summit's foundation. If you just use it for concealer, this would last for, you know, a good 2 months. If you do makeup like I do, like, you know, 2 or 3 looks a day sometimes. Okay, let's move on to what's the easiest step? Not the easiest. What should I do after lips? Blush. That way we'll figure out which and I might as well, since I'm using blush, I'm gonna use. I guess I said I was gonna use. I'll use my Rihanna my Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Chillz Kilowatts compact mirror or whatever for my next makeup step, which we'll get to in a second, because I think that's gonna be eyeshadow. Most likely it's this green that's supposed to be color corrective. we'll see if I can blend it just enough, to just right. Or maybe just like a slight under eye, something. I don't know, something unique. Something to go with the blush and the lip. But okay, these are the choices we have, you guys, for blush. And I don't know, this angle, for some reason on my camera, you can always really get a better look at it. Okay, but yeah, the lips. Perfect. I'm really getting better as a makeup artist, and my lashes are killer. Look at those tarantulas. Okay, let's compare them to my lips. Think about them on my cheek. Okay. Honestly, since the lip is so stark, I'm leaning towards this one right here. Do you know what I mean? Just because, like, this one I feel like is too close to the concealer shade from the e.l.f. palette that I use for foundation. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Which one did I say? Oh yeah, this one. It looks so much different on camera than it does in person that it baffles me. Okay, Big Daddy brush time for blush. Okay, let's do it. My god, this looks hot pink in person, but it looks orangish peach on camera. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to get used to that. I don't want to go too ham on blush. Just kidding. Of course I do. Are you kidding? The first step, you know, I'm gonna always just apply to the apple of my cheek, obviously. And then now it is compact time to really blend it. That's when I kind of shape the bristles together like this. Always remaining that C shape, of course. Since I got a little bit more. Actually, no, I didn't. They're actually perfect. Okay, I don't have to hold it like that anymore. Oh my god. I think I chose the right color. But let's blend that some and buff it some more. Into my foundation. And since it's a gel foundation, it should blend very, very easily. Let's get into that hairline for sure. I'm going to work it down a little bit into the gel foundation. I went a little bit I went a little bit more ham than I had anticipated, but that's alright. I always put a little bit of blush on my ears as well. And I forgot to work it into my hairline, so that'll help too. Okay, I can't believe I'm so paranoid about that, and that's the one thing I forgot to do is work it into my hairline. Okay, remain that C shape regardless of the motion of the brush, or regardless of your usage of the brush, of how you use your brush at the moment, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, hairline, even underneath my sideburns, and in between my facial hair that is on my cheek and my blush area. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Oh god. Oh god, I am beating my face. I'm actually beating my face. I don't even need the compact anymore at this point. It's hurting my hand anyway. I'm gonna use my left hand now. And I know people are always probably like, why does he spin his brush like that? And I'll show you why in just a second. That's why. Right there. Oh yeah, I forgot my ear and my hairline on this side more. But, since I'm glad that, I have, my makeup wipes handy. No, I don't. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I went and I got my Studio Selection oil-free pink grapefruit, which is my go-to, by the way, which is also an off-brand, which I just found out today, which is insane, because I've been using them for about 2 years straight. But, their Studio Selection oil-free pink grapefruit makeup removing facial towelettes compared to Neutrogena oil-free cleansing wipes pink grapefruit. But they smell fantastic, and if you're not a fragrance queen like I am, don't use them. But no, I went ahead and just I overblushed, I really did. So I just I wiped a little bit of the excess off with one of those makeup removal pads, just so I could blend it a little bit easier and keep it, you know, somewhat natural, even though it's a lot more pink than I thought it would be. But that's okay, because I really like the contrast between it, my hairline, my lip, and my lashes. I really do. And I think once I conceal and everything and I finish everything, I think it's all going to come together. Because from a distance, to be honest with you, I'm not mad that it's a little bit higher than I normally do it. I'm really not. What do you guys think? Yeah, I mean, it's much more blush than most people would wear, but it's my first time trying it, it's my first time using it, and that's what playing with makeup is all about anyway. So I don't care, I can get red all day long. I think it's gorgeous, and I think the lip shade's gorgeous, I think the lashes are gorgeous, and it looks like I'm wearing eyeshadow, but I'm not even wearing eyeshadow. Because I used this shade from my e.l.f. Contouring palette. But, okay, so what should we do next? I'm trying to decide. I guess contouring, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go back into this, but actually, use it for contouring this time, you guys. Okay, I like to wet the brush always. And then I like to dry it ever so slightly on a towel that I may or may not have handy. That is very clean. So, no worries there. Okay, yeah. The more it settles and stuff, and since I use the gel product or whatever, the e.l.f. gel product for foundation, it's definitely blending as we speak. So I didn't over blush, to be honest with you. I like it a lot. Like, it really complements my skin tone, and like look, I mean, the color that I chose, it matches. So I like that, and so that way whenever I don't think I'm gonna bronze this on this tutorial or this video, whatever you want to call it, video. Get ready with me, whatever. Just because I don't feel like it, and because I don't think this look needs it. It's really beautiful already. I don't want to overdo it when you don't have to. You know what I mean? Let me dampen that brush just a slightly bit more. I blow in the excess water, and I cough. But I promise you, in 24 to 48 hours, my cold's gonna be gone. God, excuse me, you guys. I hate that. Okay, so for me, honestly, since I already have my Fenty-Chillz highlighter that I'm going to do as my next step, and probably my final step. I don't think I'm gonna. I might do eyes. I'm probably gonna do eyes. We'll pick an eye shade too, but an eyeshadow shade for sure. I've already done lashes, so I'm gonna go with this green shade or whatever. Or on my nose, I'm gonna use the little brush that came in this area and this cute little compact. 1, 2, 3. And since it's a gel or moist, damp, wet product, and I also moisten the brush, you gotta be very, very gentle. So, okay. I know it looks crazy the way that I draw it on, but it's just I draw it on to make the illusion that my nose is straight. So, you see what I mean at that angle? Picture it blended, you know what I mean? Okay, let me set this brush down, get my compact down, and now it is time to blend. And since I want to use this Revlon handleless brush that is covered in blush, I'm going to rinse it off in my clean cup of water that I always have handy, and dry it off on my towel that I also have handy, and my trash can. Listen, I love it. Okay, God, I'm having so much fun. I really do. I genuinely love life, and I don't say that lightly. My life is the best it's ever been. My relationship, my private personal relationships, my online relationships, my friendships, everything. My pets are great. Their health is wonderful. They're both over 10 years old and thriving. Knock on wood. You know what I mean? But okay. So got that cleaned off. Not properly cleaned off, even though it was Dawn and water and everything. But you know, I got all the blush off of it. So let's blend that and get my compact out. Wow, how do I... Oh my god, I'm just gonna start saying mirror, I swear. Okay. And you really, really, really beat it, like, whenever you use that much. And, like, yeah, you're gonna be like, it just disappeared. Steve's like, why'd you even do that? You'll see. Wait till I put my highlighter on. I thought the same thing the first time I used this, like, earlier. But I was very much mistaken. Okay, a bristle hair came off. Let me grab that. That's why I'm glad I have this lighting set up and have this mirror. And then I angle my brush like this, tracing my nose line from right below your brow line to the end of your nose line. Like you know how you do your highlighter in the middle? on the sides of where you do highlighter, basically. But look at that. It's not snatched just yet, but that's because we're not done. We're going to do a little 2-in-1 step. This little brush always gets stuck. That's the one thing about it. Okay, come on. Okay. Wet that. Wipe it off just a little bit because I'm going to use some of the green. I'm going to mix the green and the brown shade that I didn't use for foundation. And then we're going to also conceal my problem areas after that. Since we're finishing contouring right now. But just like 1, 2 of the green shade, and then 1, 2, 3 of the brown shade, and then dip it in water again, just to kind of mix them ever so slightly on the brush, let the water kind of, you know what I mean? Okay. And then I can do this part off camera. See what I mean by like right below your brow line? And I mean, you really, whenever it's gel like this, it's not powder, so you can you really can go ham with it, and it's not going to be an issue. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna rinse off all the green this time, and I'm gonna apply some brown, just the brown this time. Okay, but I'm gonna use the shade that I didn't use for my foundation this time. This one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that should complete the look, honestly. Let's see. Let's trace that green. Make it match my skin tone ever so slightly. I know, I use a lot of makeup, you guys, I know, and I didn't mean to get it on the tip of my nose. Okay, minor slip up there. Okay, but my nose is gonna really appreciate this in a minute. Okay, see how how I just traced and got the excess off of in between, on the middle of my nose? That's where my highlighter is gonna go. Okay, got a little bit of excess up there. That's fine because I'm using my Big Daddy brush now to blend the whole look. Not the whole look, but this part of it. Okay. Oh my god. Look how fast it disappears. It doesn't disappear. It does its work. It does its duty. But you would never know that my nose was as crooked as it is from this angle. God, I love contouring. Okay, now on to concealer. And for concealer, I'm going to use I'll use this beautiful shade right here. I would say it's like 3 shades darker than my skin tone. That's what I would guess. It's blush, but it's a 5-in-1 product, like I said. And since I have a scar on my nose, as you can see, and a few pimples around my eyebrow line and my T-zone and my nose, and on these parts of my nose as well, or below my nostrils, are my problem areas. So that's where I always dab the most concealer first, like this. You know, my obviously. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I went ahead and finished up my concealer and contouring off camera, which I didn't know was off camera because it was still filming. Like I still saw like the time clock counting down, but it said my phone overheated, and I didn't think anything of it because it was still recording. But so I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. We're not gonna do eyeshadow because I think my eyes look like they already have like a nude shadow on them. But we are going to do my last step, which is my Fenty by Rihanna. What do you guys think of the concealer and the contouring though? By the way, those under eye bags are snatched. And by the way, since I did it off camera, not on purpose, I didn't record it. I used this shade and this shade combined. These two right here. It worked like a charm. Elf Cosmetics, I stand by you. I don't want to mess up my lip product, or I really would have kissed it. Okay, we're gonna use my Big Daddy brush for this one because it's Fenty. It's Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. And look at that FB in it. Just take a long, hard look at that FB. Look at that. That packaging, that PR is brilliant. Okay, I'm really going ham. I know I didn't want to mess up the FB at first, but you know what? It's gonna happen eventually. So I really think I love these products. I'm so impressed. Like, I thought I was gonna make a lot of poor choices and stuff, because I honestly, like, I've bought a lot of makeup through the years, but you know what I mean? It's like, I need to kind of, let me tighten the bristles like this and really spin it in there. Okay, no, I bought a lot of makeup over the years, but I just haven't always been as good at it, so I didn't really know which ones to choose. But now that I've watched so many makeup videos, and you know, I watched so many Nikki tutorials videos, and you know, Tati Westbrook videos, and Jeffree Star videos, and James Charles videos, and you know, the more YouTube, like, you know, even, you know, Gabriel Zamora, the Rich Lux, even, I mean, the Luscious Massacre, the more beauty gurus I watch, and I do consider you one luscious, luscious, and I do consider you one rich. I really do. You guys are gorgeous. I love both of you. No, I stand for all you guys, and that I've learned so much from all of you. So that's why I'm so comfortable. Like, I guess that's why I made the right choices. Is what I'm trying to say, to make a long story short. I know I keep messing with my hair, but it's at that awkward stage where I just can't decide what to do with that, like a side pony, like, you know, both sides exposed, like all the way back where you can't see any back hair. Some down on the side. I don't know. But let's go ahead and finish that highlighter. I'm gonna do the nose first, like I always do. Tip of the nose, twirl it just a little bit. Oh my God, Rihanna's highlighter is just sickening. Okay. And I always do it at this angle like this, like from right here to the hairline, just like that. Okay, shape that brush some. Let me see how I did it again, make the angle. Yes. Yeah, like about an inch from your nose to your hairline. It's a right angle, definitely. I don't know what degree angle it is, but I think it's a right angle. I could totally be wrong. I probably am. That's okay. For my Cupid's bow, I'll do that last, but let's trace that nose some to really make that contouring effect pop. Obviously I'm going to buff it out, but I really want you guys to see the contouring effect, and you really can't see that contour until that highlighter's on there properly, I think. I always spin a little bit right here. I know, call me crazy, but you know what? I'm going ham. It's my first time, like, really using Rihanna's highlighter, so yeah. She's got a shiny face everywhere, and that's fine. Okay, before I go too crazy, let me go ahead and finish. And I just, call me crazy, but I prefer to use my finger whenever I'm doing highlighter on my Cupid's bow. It's just easier. It just is. But I'm gonna buff it after. I'm gonna buff everything after I do this. It's so creamy. Look at that. Oh, I've already used so much. It's crazy. I've had it for less than like 48 hours. Compact. Oh yeah, my Fenty compact time. I just like make it like that little M shape. Make it into an M. If you do that, you're home free. You see what I mean by the M? Yes, I'm gonna buff it, but I stand for you, Chillz. I love you, Chillz. Oh, I love you, Elf. God, I love you, Revlon. I love you, LA Colors. I love you, LAC. I love all of you. I love you, CoverGirl. I love you, Prada. I love you, Dior. I love you, Morphe. Okay, so let's blend that and buff it with this handleless Revlon brush. Really buff that nose. And remember that scar? She's still there, but not nearly as visible. I might have wiped a little bit of the concealer off, but that's okay. I want there to be a stark, even though I did a little bit, I went ham on my forehead, that's okay. I want there to be a stark difference on my actual blush line on my cheek, so let's make that happen. All the way to that hairline, maintaining that right angle, like I said, always. Really buff it in. Don't be afraid to get into your hair, it doesn't even matter, you're going to wash it anyway. That's my motto. It's gonna get dirty anyway. Okay. I might as well highlight my eyebrows too while I'm at it. No, I'll highlight my lids. That'll be my... I'll use this highlighter, my excess highlighter that I have on my forehead, as eyeshadow for you guys. Why not? Like I said, I'm a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in one kind of gal. Wow, let me step back for a second. Take that in. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, e.l.f. Blush Palette. Let's take down my hair clip. And let's attempt to style this hair accordingly to my mood. After this video, I'm going to take a shower. And then I may straighten it for the first time in quite a while. I don't know just yet. But since I'm going to take a shower right after this, I'm thinking just a messy 1/2 behind the ear and a little piece of hair showing. Like, you know, a little bit of a Jennifer Aniston Friends circa 2001 vibe. Okay, you guys, I think I finally completed this look. Thank you to all the makers of these wonderful products. I thank you. Steesburger thanks you from the bottom of his little Texas gay heart. But whom, and until next time, you guys, whom and what does Steesburger love more than anything in the whole wide world? He loves his Stees heads and his cheeseburgers. I love you all so much.